Hey everyone, it's Ben from Board to Bits and Best Bit Studios, and I wanted to give you all an update about Cubes, our VR puzzle game on Steam. The core mechanic of Cubes was actually developed as a puzzle for a murder mystery party I was running in the winter of 2017. It was really well received, and I realized it was something I could build out into a larger game pretty easily. As development progressed, I had a lot of lofty goals, including unique worlds, staged cutscenes, and an underlying mystery to offer a coherent world for Cubes. 3 months ago, I released the first public version of Cubes on early access. Then, a lot of things happened at once. Just after release, my father's health declined rapidly, and he passed away about 2 weeks later. I also got 2 separate contract jobs to help pay the bills, and got accepted into a master's degree program. Even with all these events, it should have been easy for me to continue working on Cubes. The whole intent of the game was to release an engaging, 3-dimensional puzzle game as efficiently as possible. But every time I went back to make progress on the remaining worlds of Cubes, I would hit a wall. At this point, it had been over 2 months without real progress, and I felt terrible about that, mostly for those who had bought the game with the expectation that more would be coming. Last week, I had a big realization. The problem wasn't with the game itself, or with the other life stuff. It was all the additional trappings I was trying to force into the game. Each new world I wanted to create meant making more assets, scripting more story, recording more narration, etc. The second issue was that by putting these puzzles into this contextual space, it meant that the mechanics of the game had to be shoehorned into this coherent world to follow whatever logic or plot I had going on at the time. So, I've decided to do a soft reboot on Cubes, stripping away all those extraneous trappings and focusing on the puzzles themselves, existing in a more abstract space. This will let me focus on the core gameplay itself and implement the features I wanted without being limited by the logic or constraints of a particular storyline. As a side note, before I was making games, I was a writer by trade. I'm not trying to minimize the importance of narrative in video games. Rather, I just realized that narrative wasn't the right fit for this particular game. I spent the last week refactoring code and updating the game to this new model, and will be releasing a new update this week, with the original puzzles plus the second chapter added. From there, I will focus on building out the remaining 6 chapters and adding some polish to the game, with plans to leave early access by the end of summer. To those who have purchased Cubes, thank you for your support and your patience. I hope this video is an acceptable explanation for the delay in any updates. To other developers out there, I hope this helps you realize that you're not alone with whatever challenges you are facing. Making games is hard, but it's by sticking with it that we get the job done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.